right, so next we're going to be hearing from Adrian Charles Hill at United Tenant. Adrian's going to talk about some of the eviction prevention services that United Tenant provides, and they offer help for both tenants and landlords. So Adrian, please come up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm going to start with the questions that were sent to us ahead of this. What is United Tenants? United Tenants of Albany is a not-for-profit organization established in 1973 by Maria and Roger Markovich. Our mission is to protect tenants' rights for safe, decent, and affordable housing, with special emphasis on those who have the greatest need or who experience the most severe problems, and to promote the development and preservation of more affordable housing. What services do we offer tenants? We offer financial assistance in the form of monetary payments to landlords when folks are in arrears. We offer help with utility assistance. We have an agent at the utility company that works directly with us. Say for instance, if your utility bill is $800, you would make a payment plan to bring that down to $500, and United Tenants can pay the balance of that. We also offer help with court mediation when folks are in eviction court and need legal advice. We are not lawyers. We do not have lawyers on staff, but we do have a legal advocate who is versed in helping folks through that process. We also do referral services to things that people might need to assist them in their day-to-day, and that's on a case-by-case situation. The next question, if I am a tenant and I fall behind in my rent, what are the first steps that I can take? The first steps that we would encourage you to take is call our housing hotline. That number is 518-436-8997, extension 3. You will hear a recorded message. At that point, 518-436-8997, extension 3. As I said, you will hear a recorded message, at which point you will leave your name, your contact number, and just a little discussion about what your particular situation is. We have a housing advocate that will get back to you within 2 to 3 days. More often than not, she will possibly get back to you the same day, depending on what her work volume is on that day. She will do an intake on you, and the information that she gets will go to a housing counselor our housing counselors are divided into groups for specific programs that we have. We have several programs which provide us the funding to assist people in the community. So depending on what your situation is, your application will be given to that housing counselor. They will call you back and take the process further. In reference to the present eviction moratorium, if tenants are being told that they are going to be evicted, if they are having disputes with landlords right now in reference to owing rent, the first step in that process is to file a hardship declaration. The hardship declaration is, it came out of the legislation that actually gave us the moratorium. The hardship declaration, when sent into the court, will stop eviction proceedings until the end of August. That form can be obtained on our Facebook page. We do have a Facebook page. It is United Tenants of Albany. And you can very easily find that on Facebook. On our Facebook page, you will find information on all sorts of housing issues. You will find information on resources. There is space for you to leave questions. And that question and answer piece on our Facebook page is answered daily. Somebody looks at those questions daily and responds to them. So we're very, very proactive in getting back to folks when they inquire. So back to the hardship declaration. You would fill out the hardship declaration and send it to Albany City Court, and that will stop your eviction until the end of August. Now, there is a program that is currently being, and I'm going to say developed through Albany County, called the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. This program, Albany County applied and was issued funding from the U.S. Treasury for an emergency rental assistance program that will help families and individuals who are impacted economically by COVID-19 and have been unable to pay their rent and or utilities. Eligible households will be folks who have been impacted by COVID. They must be an Albany County renter. They must have qualified for unemployment benefits, experienced a reduction in household income, or incurred significant costs or other COVID-related financial hardships. So people are going to be able to apply for those monies and be deemed eligible under a number of different circumstances. And as time goes on and we get more information in reference to that program, United Tenants of Albany will be a conduit. We will be working directly with the Department of Social Services to get that money out to folks who need it. The next question, I am a landlord who isn't receiving rent. Am I eligible for any assistance? At this time, we do not have specific programming that is geared towards our landlords, but we do arbitration between landlords and tenants. And we also encourage our landlords who have tenants, who have arrears, to come with their tenant or call with their tenant to our office to see if they are eligible for any of the monies that we presently have. In the last year, we have helped 356 landlords to the tune of $385,000 for rent. So there is money that is available now, and we encourage tenants and landlords to try to work together to solve those situations because they are very prevalent, and at this point, tensions are high. And we would really like to see landlords and tenants come together and try to resolve those issues so that, one, the landlords are able to pay their mortgages and pay their bills and do the maintenance on their properties, and two, so the tenants can stay in their dwellings. Both issues are equally important. The next question, I am a tenant who cannot pay rent. Am I eligible for assistance? Yes, you are. And again, you will begin that process by calling our housing hotline, leaving your information, and somebody will get back to you and walk you through that process. If my landlord refuses to renew my lease and I have nowhere to move to, what can I do? The first thing people need to be aware of in those cases, if your landlord is not renewing your lease or your month-to-month tenancy. If you've lived in a dwelling for 3 years or more, they have to give you 90 days notice for that. This is law. If you've lived in a dwelling for 2 years or more, you have to get a 60-day notice. And a year or less is 30 days. And if those things are happening, we also have resources for first month's rent and security deposit for people who are eligible. And we also have an affordable housing list that someone in our offices do every month. And we make that available to people in the community. If there are particular circumstances, folks who are disabled, are elderly, people with any special circumstances, we encourage you to call us, and we could possibly make a referral to an organization that would be specific for that individual's needs. We take those kind of things, we take it all seriously, but when we have folks who are disabled or have different situations, we work harder, if you will, for those folks. And I'm the community organizer. I also am the director of the community engagement department. So more often than not, if a housing counselor has a situation that is out of their reach, they will call me, and I will take those situations on personally. I have a 25-year background in human service. I have worked at several agencies as a case manager, program director, so I know a lot about the different resources and the different programming that is available here in the city of Albany. And we do our due diligence to make sure that we come alongside people and help them. And if it means being with them step to step, we do that, and we do it wholeheartedly because we believe in our community. The next question is, if I want to become a landlord, am I legally required to take training, and should I? We do offer a landlord training at United Tenants of Albany, and it is not a requirement from the city or from the state that a new landlord takes training, but it's encouraged because there's different city mandates, residential occupancy permits, bringing the property up to code, those kind of things that landlords should know. And it's going to make them a better landlord. Being involved with different community groups, with the landlord-tenant relations is also a good thing for new landlords to be a part of, because a lot of times landlords get into the business for just that business because they want to make money, which is all well and good, but at the same time, when somebody is renting from you, it's their home. And there's a different definition and a different meaning to people when it's their home versus when it's a business situation for an individual. So we do encourage prospective landlords and new landlords to take advantage of the resources that are available within our community, and there are a number of them. The last question is, what are the most common questions / problems your organization deals with? Financial assistance would be the biggest one. Our primary goal is to help people who are behind in their rent stay in their dwellings. Again, we will do arbitration between landlords and tenants. We will pay back rent. We will do what we can to help individuals stay in their dwellings and not be displaced. The second one would be the help that we provide when folks are in eviction court. We have a wonderful legal advocate who not only talks to you about your case, she will talk to you about the possibility of you not being able to stay in your dwelling, and then offer suggestions, and then tie the rest of the staff into helping with resolution for your situation. The third one would be folks who are in need of utility assistance. Again, we help with those things as well. Most of our assistance is very tangible resources to help people pay, again, arrears and utility assistance. Are there any questions? Yes.
You do people from Troy or Webster as well?
I am so sorry. We are confined to the city of Albany. That's one of our greatest desires. We wish we could help everybody in the Capital District, but our services are limited to the city of Albany and Albany County.
I often see people recommending that they call you up to ask you certain
You can definitely call to ask for advice and for counsel in reference to your housing situations. We do interface with agencies in Troy that do provide housing services, and we will definitely talk with anyone about their situation. Yes. Are there any more questions?
Are there any counterparts in the capital region, since you guys aren't capital region wide? Is there anyone that does the same kind of work outside of, I guess, or in Mercer County or Schenectady?
Schenectady County Opportunities does some housing stuff. I am not sure about Troy. I just did SCAP. Not sure about Troy, but there are several community-based organizations that offer rental assistance and different resources in reference to housing. And again, an individual interested in finding out that information can always call our offices, and we will find out what city they're in and what their need is and connect them. Okay. Thank you so much.